Hello folks, so finally you have clicked on the right video, and today you are going to learn how to draw these faces in all directions. And trust me, when you are going to do these exercises which I am gonna tell you later in this video, you just need to practice these for 15 to 20 minutes every day and you are going to level up like this guy. So without wasting any of our time, this is Bobby, you are on the Bobard, so go get your pencil and paper and let's dive into it. Okay, I did this portrait on my last video. I was explaining why we should ditch the grid method and move ahead for free drawings. Let's not talk about it, but please go ahead and look into it if you are still drawing through grid method. Let's cover it, and we will start our first exercise by learning perspective. So for which we will be drawing cubes in all direction. So how cube, if we move a cube from left to right or right to left, how will it change due to perspective and foreshortening? We'll learn more about that through this exercise. We'll start with the cube which is on the horizon line and facing towards us, and we'll move this cube to the right first and then to the left. So let's see how it will look when it's turned right. So we all know about foreshortening. So you can see the corner part is getting foreshortened. That is due to the foreshortening, which happens when the object moves farther from our eyes. So when we turn it more towards the right, you can see the foreshortening appears more. Let's take a face here, okay? So we can better understand where it is moving towards. Let's say this is the face of this cube. Now let's move it toward the left. Again, the process will be same. So this time it's moving to the left. So you can see the face on the corner of the left side is okay. So this was when we did this on the horizon line and it was facing towards us. Okay. So I'll just mention here that it is on the horizon. Please do not mind my handwriting. I know I'm very bad at it. So let's now draw the cube when it is below the horizon, and then we draw the cube at above the horizon line. Okay, again the face would be turning. And you can see this time the foreshortening is happening when it is moving downwards too, because it is getting away from us. You can just see the narrowing of the edges when it is falling downwards, right? The horizon line, we'll be taking the edges towards the horizon line, so it will go like that. So it is when we are turning it towards the right, we can see the top part very well, but the bottom part will be narrowing. Okay. So you can notice very well the bottom part has been narrowed. Let's shade the face as well so we can see where it is turning. So while we are looking from top, like when the cube is below the horizon, you can see the top of the cube very well, but the bottom is not visible at all. Let's just do the right corner of the below horizon, and but you need to practice on turning it on the both sides. Okay. Now let's turn the cube above the horizon line. So this time we will be looking from below, like the cube is above the horizon, so we will be seeing its bottom part, and the foreshortening will be towards upside. So when it is facing right, like the face is towards us, so you can see how it is getting foreshortened towards the sky. Now this time we will be going towards the left, but you need to practice it towards the right direction as well. Also, I want you to practice more of them. Like I am only doing 3 right now, so one is on horizon, one is above horizon, and one is below horizon, but you can do more above the horizon and below horizon as well. So let's see this part first. So you can see the bottom of the cube is quite visible for us, and we are turning the face towards the left. Remember, always bring these foreshortened lines, because this gives the dynamism of the object. You can see how dynamic it looks, right? This is the best practice you can do to learn about the perspective, and then this will really be helping us on how to draw faces on all angles. So turn cubes and perspective. Again, just forget about my writing and the spelling as well. But you understand the basic, correct? Now let's move on to our second exercise, which will be we'll be turning the spheres. Yes, I really mean the sphere. Okay, so we'll be marking a axis point, like there was Loomis told us. Okay, so we'll draw these spheres first, and then we'll be marking an axis, and we'll be turning these spheres around those axes. You should really learn how to draw these circles as well, because if you are gonna learn Loomis method, these are gonna help you. So let's start with the sphere, looking at the center. If you have learned about the Loomis method, you would know that the sides are cut. Okay, so we'll do the same. Let's draw the equator line and our middle line, and this is the cross, if you know. Let's mark an axis here, and we'll be moving it around the axis now. Okay, so let's jump to the second sphere. In this one, we are turning the sphere around, but not like it is looking towards us directly. Okay, so we are not looking from below or above, so it is like the cube in horizon. Okay, so we have mentioned the cut part, and this is the both the equator and the axis point. So now last one, where the face is totally moved towards the right. Here comes the axis mark, and the equator I already mentioned, and like Loomis told us, the marking will come just down like this to create a face. Now let's draw 3 more spheres. We'll be drawing the we'll be turning these spheres towards the right, but from above the horizon. So like they are looking, or you can say these are the faces looking towards upside. Okay, we'll be moving upside looking faces towards the right. So at that case, the eye line would be upwards. Okay, and this is the cut mark that is sliced off from these spheres. So this will be the eye level, or you can say the eyebrow line, and this would be the axis line. Same goes here. I just drew the sliced part. Here is the eyebrow line coming now, and here is the axis line. Let's mark this axis as well. We are turning this around this axis, okay? And now third one, where it is totally moved toward the right. So this exercise is also very important. You can actually see, and through this you can learn much about turning these faces, because our cranium can be justified by these spheres and cubes. Now let's do the last one, where the face is looking downwards. So we'll be turning these spheres towards the right while it is looking downwards, okay? So this time, as it is looking downward, the eyebrow line would be below the horizon. And the axis remains in between, as always. Let's turn it around toward the right. Again, here comes the equator line, the eyebrow line, and this is the axis. Here's the equator, and I'll mention the axis as well. Now the last one, totally looking towards the right, but downwards. You can already see how important this is, right? So keep practicing these exercises. I'm saying it again and again because this will really help you when you're drawing from imagination. This is how our face comes down. You see? I can already connect those jaws and the nose. I can mention those nose and all. But let's end it here. This would be the second exercise. You must need to practice this. Now let's move on to our third exercise, where we'll be drawing those Loomis head directly in all directions. So once you have mastered these two exercises, you can move ahead and draw Loomis heads in all directions. But remember, we are going to draw the Loomis heads only. The foundations we are only going to draw. Okay, we are not going ahead and draw those features as well right now. But on this one, we'll just draw those foundation, and we'll be moving those heads, or you can say turning those heads around. So let's start with these spheres. Right now, this one would be in the horizon. Okay, so eyes would be at the horizon level. This is just in the middle. You know these three equal parts, right? From eyebrow to the nose, bottom of the nose, and bottom of the nose to the chin, and from the eyebrow to the top of the head as well. Just where our hairline is, basically. I'm just doing in the ear just to show off. You don't need to do this. This is the hairline, and from this we'll be turning the same head now towards the right and towards the left. You can also mention these foundation lines, and I not suggest you to do these expressions or adding those nose or eye lines right now. You can say it just got out of my hand, so I'm drawing it right now. Let's move on to this. We'll just turn it to right now, but we will keep the horizon. over the eye line. So let's divide into 3 equal parts again. Now let's connect the jaw. And the neck is joined around at the back of the head, right? Now let's move on and turn this towards the left. Same process, nothing is changed. I think the video is going too long, so I'll just fast forward it from here, and then we'll be drawing these heads above the horizon and below the horizon. Let's start drawing these heads from below the horizon. So when this is below the horizon, we know the eyebrow line would be below the horizon. Okay. So the last exercise will help us here a lot. This one is the hairline. Okay. Now this is our eyebrow line. Here comes the axis, the nose and the chin. We'll just add the jaw. Just adding some here, these lines, and then we'll move it. So we can fit in our nose and eyes here. Let's not focus on those right now. We just focus on turning these Loomis heads so we have a better understanding of the foundation. Okay, let's turn this around towards the right, and then I'll be doing it towards the left. Now here there is a very important point to notice, that is foreshortening. You can see how these equal parts are getting foreshortened when it is moving. However, the 3 equal parts of our face are no longer equal. You can see as we go towards the chin, it gets shorter and shorter. Let's watch it from above the horizon now, and then we can move ahead to drawing our portraits directly. Okay, I'll just fast forward it because it's the same process, and you just need to do it as we did on our last exercises. And yes, the foreshortening will take place again, but this time the chin part will be looking much longer than the top of the head. Keep up on these exercises, these 3 exercises basically, and keep drawing these Loomis foundational heads, because This will help you to turn those faces around. Okay, this is the very basics of that. Just draw as many as foundation faces or these heads as much you can. Now let's move on. I'll just start reference photo from Pinterest. So it is basically looking towards different directions. I'll be just drawing it three faces basically, one directly at us, one looking slightly upward, and one looking slightly downward. And again, I'm just going to fast forward it because I don't want to make the video too long. It's already much longer, right? Let's go on quickly. So this is it, and I have done a lots of small sketches like this. This really helps us to understand the face structures and the expressions as well. And when we are towards our when we are getting better basically. So these are very miniature drawings, you can see. I have done this a lots of drawing like this, you can see it. And then we can notice on our drawings about these foreshortening lines, right? This is really an awesome technique. You should be moving towards it and leave those grids around. And to get better at it, I'll just suggest you to practice these 3 exercises regularly, and you can easily master these portraits. So let's summarize this quickly. Here are the 3 exercises that we did today, and we will be starting from these cubes on the horizon, below the horizon, and above the horizon. And we'll be turning it from left to right or right to left. Then we will be moving towards those spheres, which we will be turning again towards the right, and let me hold it. Let me hold it correct, right? Just a second. Yeah. So we'll be making an axis for a sphere, and then we'll be rotating it around. And then once we are good at this, we can just go ahead and draw those Loomis heads. And we should draw these, lots of these, because you can go through magazines and try drawing those foundational heads. Once you do this exercise regularly, you can easily perfect these heads in all direction and any head basically. So that's it. Love for all you artists, and I will be seeing you on my next video. Let me know if you have any questions on the comments. Thank you. Bye bye.